Man, I thought Marquise Bell can hit. That Storey Jackson, my goodness. He come in with bad intentions. He played for Liberty last year. He had 7 sacks, 1 interception, 57 solo tackles. And the dude fly out to the ball. He chased, and he plays bigger than 6'2.5", 225 pounds. He looked like he's 240 when he running in there to hit. I think the Cowboys going with straight attitude. He got straight up attitude. He comes in with bad intentions. There's not a lot of tape on him, but if you ask around and you go back to his school that he played for in Preview, my gosh, man, the Cowboys got them a warrior, a dog, and you look at what he brings to the table, it's going to be crazy. So what I'm going to do is majority of this film assessments will come when we go out there to Oxnard or when training camp come around. But look for Storey Jackson. Pay attention to him. He's going to fight. He's flat out going to fight. He got a uphill battle he got to go up against because, he got so many people on his team. And if you're looking at a linebacker situation, one thing that I tell you guys all the time, that this team is going straight for attitude. They're looking for somebody that can change the temperaments, the mindset. And Storey Jackson is one of those guys. Shout out to my guy Marquise Bell. But it's the guys that's on the low end of this roster that's going to show up and let everybody know that, hey, they given this opportunity and they are not finna drop it. They are not about to let this thing go. Devin Harper, he's another guy. He had literally 6 sacks last year, 60 solo tackles. I'm only looking at the solos because that tells me that this guy's flying out to the ball. He's chasing. And he's a guy that pretty much he's at the bottom end of the roster. But if you listen to what Jerry said, hey, we drafted this guy. Now, he was a drafted guy. Storey Jackson, undrafted. But Devin Harper, you look at him and you look at up his film, you can literally see that, yeah, I get what Jerry is saying, that, yeah, you want pieces around Parsons on the back end so that they won't be looking at like, hey, LVE, you was a former first-round draft pick. We need you to show up and get out there on the field and make some plays, right? And I got to say this about LVE. He did show up a little bit in that for this Niners game. So we can't bury the man, but I look at it like they looking for temperaments now. They're looking for somebody who ready to play reckless, abandon, right? And when you start looking at these two type of linebackers, one being Devin Harper with 6 sacks, right? The other one being Storey Jackson with 7 sacks. These are linebackers. I'm not talking about edge rushers. And normally, if you look back at the Cowboys roster or what have you, you don't see in the last 5 to 10 years linebackers with a lot of sacks. You just don't. We didn't really have that type of approach to the game. Now what they're doing, I'm looking at the collective, baby. Even Damone Clark, he had 5.5 sacks, right? 17 tackles for loss, and that dude was just rangy or what have you, and we can only pray and hope that they slowly bring him into the mix. I'm already with the mindset, man, bring this guy in for the 2023 season. Don't rush him for this season. The person that we want to see for this season, Jabril Cox. That's the LSU guy we waiting to see for this season. Next season, you can have Damone Clark to come back. But Jabril Cox, let him get right back into the system. Let him be ready to play and fight through this thing called football, right? That's what we waiting to see. And look at the reinforcement for the future. I get it. Everybody else looking at this team, that team. We didn't have a lot of holes on this defensive side of the coin last year. The only 2 players that we really lost that was some type of impact for this team was Randy Gregory, and then, of course, DeMonte KZ. Although a lot of people banging on the table saying, look, KZ, get out of here, man. Let Malik Hooker play. And the only reservation that anybody have with a Malik Hooker is not about his skill set, it's about his health. If he can remain healthy, shoo, you got you a real one. So here's the thing. We'll just have to wait and sit back for my guy, Damone Clark. That's just the bottom line. But the possibilities of 2023 with him and inserting him, it would be amazing. It will flat out be amazing. All right, so back to Storey Jackson. Cowboy Nation. Temperaments, mindset, reckless abandon. This guy is that type of dude, and we need that type of an aggressions. Oh, and on top of that, for all of those boys that's on this team, especially linebackers and DBs, you need your special teams guy. And that's what those guys pretty much are brought in for too. Somebody got to play special teams. Somebody got to play special teams. And that's how you earn your stripes around here, or earn your star. You earn your star on your helmet. You get out there as a rookie, undrafted guy too, playing that special team. So don't sleep on that. Check out my guy Storey Jackson, and don't sleep on Devin Harper. And I'm going to talk some offense on the next video, but man, y'all know I love defense. Defense is everything to me. I want this team to rev up that defense. Offense is cool and all. Number one offense in points and yards or what have you. And our defense quietly went from the 30th ranked defense down to the 12th ranked. And now what we looking for and within the context of everything, number one defense on third down and number one defense on takeaways, right? No one took the ball away more than the Dallas Cowboys. Now what I want is to stop some of those yards in between. I want strong hitting guys, thumpers, somebody that you come across the middle, and I know the NFL is soft now, but if you come across the middle, I want somebody to make you pay. And when you running off into the flats and my linebacker got a clear shot at you, I really want that linebacker to, rip that head off, I want that this is Spartan type of defense. I really do. I really want this team to have that temperaments, that mindset, and it all starts this offseason. I know Stephen Jones was wrong. You don't win the Super Bowl in the offseason, blah, blah, blah. Nah, right now is how you win it. And I'm not just saying Super Bowl or what have you. Don't get it twisted, Cowboy Nation. I'm not saying the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl for these guys. I'm not saying that. But what I want is the establishment of that defense. Let this defense fly out to the ball. Let's repeat what we did in number one team in takeaways. Let's repeat number one team on third downs. So number one team on third downs. Let's become the number one team on second downs. Let's become the number one defense on first down. Let's chip away. Ooh, that's what I'm looking for. And for everyone that have that ill feeling about the guys that we drafted, that's okay. That's okay. We didn't see, or you guys didn't see, that this defense were going to turn it around just like that. And don't sleep on Parsons. You give him Parsons more dogs? Shoo. You thought he was bad last year as it relates to mentality and everything. That boy bad, right? Watch what he do this year. It's going to be over, baby. Let's go. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. DC for life. Salute.